Okay, so right now I'm going to go through question number 14. So same thing for question number 14. Please do not go and do it yet. Pause the video first. Do it, do not do it as in do not go and watch this video and go and look at my working yet. I want you to go and do first. Okay? Do first, and then after that watch this video and check your answer. So question number 14. Can you see the first thing first that they say is that Jared is given a fixed amount of pocket money each month. So they're trying to tell you that every month his money is the same. So the one in blue is his pocket money. So we have January and we have the month of February. So January and February, the pocket money, which is the one represented by the box, is the same. So I don't know whether he spend more or save more. So I just treat this as spent. So from here to here, they say that spent. My spent is $50. So if I spent $50, that means that this must be my save, right? So in February, they say that I spent, okay, I better use different color. Let's say save. Okay, so in February, they're trying to tell you that I spent 10% less. So 10%, you need to be careful. 10% means 10 over 100. 10% less, and this is referring to only the spending which is your $50. So that will give you $5. It means that this $5 is reduction from your spending. So it means that from here, my original is by right. This is how much I need to spend. But right now, I spent $5 lesser. So this part here is $5. That means that my spent right now is only going to be $45, right? So if I spent is only up to here, that means that I know from here to here is my save. And I tell you that my saving increased by 25%. What does that mean? This 25%, it has nothing related to your spending, is a new percentage. So they're trying to tell you that from here to here is going to be 25% of my savings. So it means that 25% of my savings is $5, right? And can you see? That means that I know that this is my 100% because it's my original. Original is always 100%. So 100% of the savings that will give me times 4, so it will be $20. So what does that mean? It means that in this part, the saving right here is $20, isn't it? So 100% of my savings means this part here is $20. And they ask me, what is my pocket money for every month? So if I know my savings is $20 and I know this part here is my spending, which is $50. So I just take $50 plus $20. That will give me $70. So $70 is my pocket money. So if you get $70, good for you. You got it. But if you get it wrong, please go and understand very clearly, okay? This part here. So it means that this part here is where you're probably you are confused over. So take note that spending, the drop is of the spending means the drop of 10% of my spending, this spent, is the same as the increase of 25% of my savings. Yeah? And we did more of this question, do you remember, in June? So in June, I gave you a booklet called the 50 Must Know Math Questions. Make sure you go and know all that 50 questions, all right? And there's something similar also, like this question in the 50 Must Know Math in your June. Go and study it really, really well, okay? And then you'll do very well for this kind of question. Okay, so right now we'll move on to question number 14. Not 14, this is already 14. I'll move on to question number 15. So question number 15, that is also another difficult question. So let's break it down. Okay, here. Okay, so right now, question number 15, please do not go and copy my answer. Go and do the question first and see whether can you get it correct. So question number 15. What did they say about yen? So yen fills two different types of bottles, large and small. She filled 3 large and 5 small with 7.2. So I'm going to draw my model so I can visualize better always. I know that, okay, I do not know how much large is and which one is more, which is less. I'll just estimate. I put that this box referring to 3 large and this box is referring to 5 small. And that will give me 7.2 liters. Okay, so this is 7.2 liters. Now, they say that I could not fill another large with the remaining drinks. Okay, so it means that I have remaining drink because it's 7.2 only. I still have a leftover. So this is my leftover. Okay, and they tell me that if this leftover, if I want to fill in 1 large, I have not enough. Because if I want to fill in 1 large, you see, another large, 1 large, I need to, short of means I need to top up from my leftover. So this is my leftover, right? I need to go and top up 0.5 liters. That means that this 1 large, I still need to top up 0.5 to my leftover so that I can fill in 1 large. Now, they say that if I want to fill in another small, so if right now, instead of filling small, I mean large, I change my mind, I want to fill in the small, I can fill in. But I will have 0.3 left. So what does that mean? It means that this part here, from here to here, okay, 0.3 left means referring to the leftover, not referring to relative to the large. So 1 small means over here will be 0.3 from the leftover, this part. Right? Because large not enough, so I need to top up this part. Small, I got too much, I have 0.3, right? So this is where I'll fill in. So here is 0.3. So what does that mean already? So they ask, for this question, it's pretty simple. They just ask you for the difference only. They're asking you to go and compare 1 large versus 1 small. 1 large versus 1 small. Do you notice the difference is here? So what's the answer? 0.8. Very easy. Okay, so A usually is only 1 mark or 2 mark question. It's very easy. It's the B that a lot of students cannot do. So B, please listen very carefully. They ask for how many liters of drink did Yan make. So in order to know how many liters, it's asking you that you need to go and find out everything. Means all of this plus the leftover. But unfortunately, I do not know the leftover. But I can use the clue from here because I know that 1 large is 1 small plus 0.8 because the difference between 1 large and 1 small is 0.8. So this is the part that a lot of students cannot form. But if you can form, very good, okay? So it means that from this model, you can actually have a relationship. You know that 1 small, if I top up 0.8 to 1 small, it will give me 1 large. Now, another clue I know is that I know, can you see from here, this model right here? I know that 3 large plus 5 small will give me 7.2 liters, right? Which is just basically 7.2. So if I know that 1 large is 1 small times 1 small plus 0.8, I technically can find 3 large, right? So I times 3. Correct? So when I times 3 the 1s, I must also times 3 to 0.8. That is 2.4. So I know that this 3 large is 3 small plus 2.4. Right now. Plus 5s will give me 7.2. After that, what do I do from here? So from here, I know that 8s is going to be 7.2 minus 2.4. And that will give me 4.8. 8s. I can find 1s, means 4.8 divided by 8. That will give me 0.6. But I need to be very careful because they ask me how many liters of drink. So how many liters of drink did she make? Means I need to take 7.2 here plus the leftover. And how to find the leftover? The leftover is 1s plus 0.3. So I'll take 7.2 plus 1s plus 0.3. And I found out that 1s is 0.6. So it's just 7.2 plus 0.6 plus 0.3. And you will get an answer of 8.1. So you get 8.1, congratulations, you got it, okay? So we have 2 more questions to go through. Question 16 is also another toughy one. Question 17 should be quite okay. It looks scary, but it's not that scary. Okay, so right now, try to do question number 16 and 17 on your own. Okay, do not watch it first. Go and finish up number 16 and also finish up number 17, and then we'll go through 16 and 17. Okay, so right now for the last two questions, question number 16 is super difficult. So I need your 100% attention. So question number 16 is also similar to questions that we did in June holidays, where you need to master your must know questions. Okay, so let's do question number 16 first. So key thing is, remember I always tell you guys that whenever you do money, you need to be very careful whether is it talking about the number of coins or is it talking about the value. So right now they're trying to tell you that we have Amy right here, we have Beth right here, and we have Cindy right here. So all three of them have the same number. So I need to KIV that. I need to write down that the number of is the same. So these are all the number of that is the same, okay? They are the same. So they say that Amy and Beth have a mixture of 50 cent and 10 cent. So they tell you that, hey, Amy has 9 10-cent coins. So what does that mean? It means that here is all purely only on my 10-cent coins. And my 10-cent coins, I have 9 of it. So if I know I have 9, that means that the rest is 50-cent coins, isn't it? So they say that Beth has 15 10-cent coins. So for Beth, does she have more or less 10-cent coins? So for 10-cent coins, Beth has more. Okay, and they say that Beth has 15 10-cent coins. So what does that mean already? So if I know that here is 9, that means that I know that here is also 9 10-cent coins. Right? Because the number is the same. And you tell me it's 15, means over here must be 6 10-cent coins, isn't it? So if I know that here is 6, that means that I know if I'm going to section it out based on the 50 cents, that means that I know that here to here is also 6. But for this case, this is 50 cents. So I'm going to highlight it so you can see clearly that over here, this is where all my 50-cent coins are, the one in blue. This is where all my 50-cent coins are. Okay? And here, this is where all my 50-cent coins are. And over here, this is where all my 10-cent coins are for Amy. And then for Beth, this is where all her 10-cent coins are. Okay, so let's move on. We have Cindy, and they say that Cindy only had 50-cent coins. So what does that mean? It means that Cindy, 50-cent coins only, right? So Cindy is 50-cent coins only, means all here are 50 cents. Okay, means Cindy don't have any 10-cent coins. So they ask you, hey, which one has the most most money? So obviously we know the most number of money is going to be Cindy. Why? Because they all have the same number of 10-cent coins, correct or not? So I give you an example. Let's say everybody all have 20 coins, right? If 20 coins, everybody have 20 coins, means Amy will have 9 10-cent coins, 11 50-cent coins, isn't it? And Beth will have 15 10-cent coins and 5 50-cent coins. And Cindy will just have 100%, means all of it, which is 20 50-cent coins, right? So obviously, if you want to know who has the most money and the number of coins is all the same, that means that the more 50-cent coins you are, the richer you are, right? And who has the least means whoever that has the least 50-cent coins. And who has the least 50-cent coins? So the person that has the least 50-cent coins is Beth. So the least will be Beth. Okay? So if you get this correct, congratulations, your A is done. So right now, let's move on to B. B and C are very tricky. So B, let's look at B. We're going to zoom in. Because they say that what is the difference between Amy and Beth coins? So we're going to zoom into Amy and Beth. Yeah? So over here, you can see is that, can you see that here is 9 10-cent coins? So if here is 9, 20, 10 cent coins, means this zone here, they are all of the same value. So do I still need to compare? I don't need, right? Then if you look at here, can you see here? The zone is all the same 50-cent coins. Means the number is all the same. I also do not need to compare. So if I look at Amy from here, Amy, I can see that she has 6 50-cent coins in that zone, which is $3. And for Bev, I can see in this zone, she has 6 10-cent coins, which is 60 cents. So what is the difference in the amount of money? The answer is $2.40. The end. That's it for B. Yeah? Okay? So now let's move on to C. So C is very, very tricky. Okay, so I hope you have already copied. Now I'm going to use the same thing. Back. Because I need the same thing. Okay, so right now, they say that Beth used all her 50-cent coins. So Beth used all her money, okay? And they say that, not all her money, only 50-cent coins. So Beth used this part of her money, gone. Oops, I meant to write in pink. Hello, pink. Okay, so gone. So Beth is only left with this part here, right? And they say that she has $10 less than Cindy, and Cindy didn't spend any of her money. So Cindy has everything. And they say that Beth has $10 less. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so it means that now Beth is only left with this part here, correct? Which is Beth is left with 15 10-cent coins. Yeah, she's left with 15 10-cent coins. And for Cindy, if Beth has 15, that means that I know here is also 15. But I do not know what is this part, right? I don't know the number of, because they never give me the total also. Okay, so what does that mean? I'll just let it be 1 unit of 50-cent coins. Clear so far? So if Beth is left with 15 10-cent coins, that means that Cindy is left with 15 50-cent coins and 1 unit of 50-cent coins. Got it? But because over here in the question, they are talking about she has $10 less. That means that we are talking about the value. So of course, we need to work on the value. So if Beth is left with this, that means the value of her money that is left is $1.50. Okay, so it depends on whether you work in dollars or cents. For me, I rather work all in cents, so I will not have decimals. So it means that I take 15 times 10, I'll get 150 cents. Okay, the value. And what about Cindy? The value. The value is, this is 15 times 50. And what is 15 times 50? 15 times 50 is going to give me 750. And I need to plus this. So 50 times 1 unit, it will give me 50 units. Okay? However, they tell you that Beth has $10 lesser, correct or not? Remember I teach you the whole idea about forming equation? So who has lesser? The lesser person is Beth, right? So Beth got 150. Remember I teach you, oh, Beth so poor thing. Beth is the person that has lesser, so we need to add the $10, which is 1,000 cents to Beth. And after that, Cindy's value, I just put inside here. Then from here, I can start solving already. Okay, so that means that I know that this 150 move over. So I know that 50 units is equal to 150 plus 1,000 minus 750. That means that 50 units is going to give me a value of 400. And from there, I can find 1 unit. 400 divided by 50, that means that 1 unit is 8, right? So that is perfect. That means that I know that in this part here, the number of coins is going to be 8. Now, if you look back at the question, what did the question say? The question tells you that how many means we need the number of coins. So how many 50-cent coins does Cindy have? I know this zone is 8, and I know that this zone is 15. So 15 plus 8, that will give you an answer of 23. Okay, so if you get the answer of 23, congratulations, very good. That means that you really truly understand this concept. But if you do not know, please go and watch and rewatch and watch and rewatch. That's why it's a video, for you to go and really understand this part. If you don't understand any part, remember to screenshot it and quickly WhatsApp me. Okay, so go and watch and rewatch and really understand the difference between number and value. Okay, I hope that you have done the very last question, which is question number 17. So let's go through this question right now. So we have Alice and Huda. All right, let's see. They say that they start jogging a 5 km track. So what does that mean? It means that the 5 km track, all this is 5 km. The whole one round is 5 km. They started at the same time, but they move in opposite direction. So we have Alice right here. So Alice, she jogged past Huda after 2 km. Means this from here to here. Okay, the distance is 2 km. So if Alice has a distance of 2 km and this is where she meet Huda. And remember, whenever I tell you guys that meet, what does meet means? Meet means I start at the same time. I start and end at the same time, right? So if I start and end at the same time, what does that mean? It means that the time, my time will be the same. So if let's say my time here is whatever that I find, it's going to be the same as the time for Huda. Correct? And because I know that Alice did a distance, they meet at here, this particular point is they meet, the whole round is 5 km. That means I know that Huda, first they go in opposite direction. Huda will also meet here, and Huda will have a distance of 3 km. Okay? So after that, they tell me more information about Alice. Okay, what is the information that they tell me about Alice? They tell me that Alice took 40 minutes to complete one round. Complete one round means the distance, the whole distance is going to be 5 km. And the time she took is 40 minutes. So we continue reading the question. They ask you what is the speed, okay, and what is the speed that they give you. Remember I told you speed is your mama. So your mama tells you that the distance must be in meters and the time must be in minutes. So you can see my time is very good. It's in minutes already, but my distance is not. So I need to go and change my distance to meters. How to change distance to meters? I mean km to meters. You have in my notes. And by now you should memorize already. It's times 1,000. So that means that I know I have 5,000 meters. So if I have the distance, remember I teach you guys, don't sit there. So if I know I have distance and time, I can find Alice's speed, right? So this is the speed of Alice. So speed of Alice, that means that I take the distance divided by the time. Distance is 5,000 divided by time is 40 minutes. And that will give me 125 meter per minute, right? So what does that mean? Because her speed is always going to be the same. So with that information, with that information, I know that her speed is 125 meter per minute, right? So do you think you can find the time that she take already? Yes. So time taken by Alice. That means that to find the time is D divided by S. D divided by S means 2,000 meters. To be careful, this must be 2,000 meters. Divide by the S, 125, and that will give me 16 minutes. So remember just now, we went through that concept. That, what happens? The time, because they meet, right? Meet means the time is the same. So I managed to find out that Alice's time is 16 minutes. That means that I know that Huda's time is also 16 minutes, right? So the question asked me that, hey, what is Huda's jogging speed? So from here, do you think you can find her speed already? Yes. So what is her speed? Her speed means, to find her speed, I'll take 3,000 because it must be in meters and divide by 16. So with that, your answer will be 187.5. And if you get it, Very good. You got it. Okay. So that's all for today. I've already done all the most difficult questions. All the best for PSLE. Tell you, okay, don't panic. Remember to stay calm, take deep breath, sleep early, and remember the 3 gifts I gave you. Yeah, the message that I have for you all. So take care, and hopefully I get to see you guys next year again for set 1. All right, all the best for PSLE. Bye bye.